Morning. So what we are going to do is, so I'm going to do a lot of questions in this revision, which will cover pretty much the whole syllabus. So along with covering the theory and questions, we will also see how to answer these. Okay. So you guys need to be thorough in your theory, right? And attempt to answer this. And I will give you my insight as we go on, right? Now, go through the question that you have. All right. So now listen very carefully. Yeah. So as usual, you go through the requirements first, right? And then you read the questions. The scenario, right? So you read the questions and the requirements first, and then you read the scenario, right? Unlike in other exams, right? In APM, you will have to read the scenario again. Okay. For example, now you see in this particular requirement, right? There are 4 questions, right? 50 marks. Now earlier, this is an old question, but it's a good question to practice. So earlier they gave you 4 marks for professional. Now how many? 10 marks, right? I will tell you how that is divided also later, right? So the balance will be shared among the multiple questions. Now, what is important to note is every requirement, right, will have instruction what? In the scenario. Every requirement will have instructions in the scenario. So you should again read the scenario to understand what exactly is the requirement. Can you just take it down, what I'm telling you now? Read the scenario. Read the scenario. Read the scenario. Along with the requirement, to understand what exactly should be written, as answers. Looking at the requirement only, will not tell you what you need to write as answers. More instructions will be given in the scenario. But now look at this, huh? If you figure this out, guys, APM becomes the most easiest exam. Understand? Because like I said, the theoretical part is very easy to understand. Balance scorecard, pyramid, transfer pricing, budgeting. They are not very technical, unlike AFM and tax and all that. Right? So this is most of it is what you learn in SPL, F2, PM, isn't it? A little bit of F9, right? And few new areas here. But the application becomes a little tricky because it's all about performance management. Right? You will do ABCD normally, but a circumstance might require you to bring in XYZ, do something else. For example, your child might eat, let's say, pizza every day, but there can be a situation where he doesn't like it anymore. Then you can't come and say, no, you are eating pizza every day, now you also eat today. No, you can't do that. Situations what? Change. That's where performance management comes into play. Last ball, 6 runs. Do you send Sanat Jaisuri or Muralidharan? That's the thing. Simple answer, isn't it? what you need to do according to that situation. So in business also, it's like that. When circumstances change, we should be able to adjust. How do for us to adjust, we should know. We have to have the resources, right? In terms of knowledge, the techniques, the models. So that we have done over a period now. Now it's about, okay, fitting that into scenarios. Now look at this, huh? Explain. What is balance? Now, this is a very tricky question, right? Explain what is balance. He has put it on the inverted commas. About the balance scorecard. Now, you guys know balance scorecard now. Have you ever heard this term anywhere before? What is balanced about balance scorecard? What do you think that he's asking? Right, so that's a guess, isn't it? We don't know. And so, and is our preparation, right? How being balanced will help Saffron to achieve its overall objective. So, what is balanced about balance scorecard? And how being balanced will help Saffron to achieve its overall objective. Now, if I'm a student on the day of exam, I'll be really confused. Okay, now as a lecturer, when I taught you throughout, I have never used this word balanced about balance scorecard. So it's not in your head. Whatever I tell you will be in your head. But I have never spoken to you about being balanced about balance scorecard. Like, what the hell is this? Right? Now we go back to the scenario. So they have given you their mission statement and critical success factors, right? Now look at this. Saffron has already produced a strategy map by identifying its overall objective and how the organization creates value through the critical factors. Now we learn it as critical success factors. Here he says critical factors, both are same. So don't get surprised by, okay, now what is critical factors? Same English, right? It has identified strategies. For example, develop a solar cell powered television. In each of the four perspectives of the BSc to support its objectives. Let me show you something. Now listen to me very carefully. Now this is how you should not be very specific on matters. Further, Saffron has already produced a what? What have they produced? Strategy map. What is strategy map? It is a term that we learn in balance scorecard. Now you see this. Now, this is a slide I use for SBL, but I'll show it to you guys. Strategy mapping. Balance scorecard can be used in two ways. One, which is a common way, is for performance measurement. Performance measurement. Performance measurement in terms of your financial perspective, customer perspective, how you are learning and growing, and what are your internal business process activities. So you're measuring your organization's performance from 4 different angles. And we know financial performance will improve if we perform in the other three, which are non-financial. That's the whole focus of balance scorecard, no? Non-financial with financial. So BSC is a tool used to measure performance of an organization. Clear? Now, think of it in a different way. I have come up with a strategy to be number one in Asia. Now, let's say Sri Lanka first before Asia. Right? To become number one, what are the things that I should learn and grow? Now we are looking at it in reverse. I have to learn and grow on customer service. I have to learn and grow on internal production processes. I have to learn and grow in purchasing skills. I have to learn and grow in negotiation skills. I means my employees. As an organization, what we should learn and grow. I have to learn and grow in efficiency techniques with regards to my production. Why? Because I have a target to achieve, my mission to become number one Sri Lanka. Me too. Why do I learn and grow like that? Because I want to provide these internal business processes. I have 5 internal business processes. For those, this is how I need to learn and grow. Now, why do I need these internal business processes? Because those are what is needed by whom? My customers. Understand? So only when I provide these 5 processes, my customers will be with me forever, long term. And when my customers are with me, who will be happy? Warren Buffett will be happy. This is Warren Buffett. Who are those? Shareholders will be happy. Then my financials will improve, my shareholders will be happy. So this is strategy implementation. So balance scorecard can be used as a strategy performance measurement tool or a strategy implementation tool. Now, this is the kind of clarity of a concept you should have for APM and for SBL also. Then only you can write. Now you see, I just showed you, right? Wordings they are using. Already produced a strategy map. So our strategy map where is it coming from? It's coming from where? Balance scorecard. So those terms you should be very familiar. So when you read this paragraph, you should not be scared. Okay, they're talking about what is there in the theory, what the model talks about, right? Saffron has already produced a strategy map by identifying its overall objective. Strategy map, you should have the vision, overall objective, and how the organization creates value through critical success factors. It has identified strategies in each of the 4 perspectives of the BSc to support its objective. Right, now we are coming to the matrix. The board needs advice on the practical steps to take to develop the BSc for Saffron from this strategy map. The board has asked for broad steps, but the impact on information systems of Saffron will also be considered. Right? Now the board wants something. Now let me go back to the question. Now look at this. Look at the requirement 2. Advise the board of the practical step to be taken in developing a balance scorecard for Saffron from the strategy map. But before that, we need to answer this question. Let's see if we have anything there. Right. Here, it's a very direct question. Explain what is balanced about the balance scorecard. Can you tell me what they're asking? When do you say something is balanced? Huh? It's a very simple thing that they're asking. You told me in the morning. Advantages and disadvantages of balance scorecard. So that is how it will help no, in overall objective. So that's where the measurement part comes in. By measuring, you know which way are you going. If you are going on the wrong track, it will help you to adjust and come back to the right track to achieve your objective. That is the second part. So how being balanced is what? Having financial and non-financial, internal and external, quantitative, qualitative. Huh? Right? So that's what you mean by being balanced. All right. And here you don't need to write a lot. Just explain. What do you mean by being having financial and non-financial measures? Financials will help you to assess whether we are being, on track in satisfying the shareholders. Non-financials, which are learning and growth, customer and internal business, will help us to see whether our costs are in place. Those are the costs for financials. No? ये वाक्य explain कर लिया. Right? Can you quickly note down that? Yeah, performance measures related to short-term performance as well as long-term. Financial, non-financial, quantitative, qualitative, internal, external. And second part, and how being balanced will help Saffron to achieve its overall objective. So in a question like this, now how many marks you have there? 7. It's more than 5, isn't it? So then what do you do? The first thing, explain. Explain what balance scorecard is for 2 to 3 lines, right? So then you write about 3 or 4 advantages and disadvantages, right? To show how it is balanced. Yeah. Okay. Not again for the first part, before the end part. Make. So there you get your 4-5 marks. Right? Then we move to answering the second part. How being balanced will help Saffron to achieve its overall objective. Take down. The BSc helps an organization. The BSc helps an organization achieve their objectives by providing a balanced view across different aspects of the business, such as financial, customer, internal process, and learning and growth. The key here is multiple perspectives. Multiple perspectives. Look here. If you look at profitability ratios only of an organization, you only know the profitability part of that organization. But if you look at asset utilization, gearing, isn't it? Investor ratios. When you look at all the ratios, then you get a rounded picture. Similarly, BSc helps you to what? Look at multiple things, right? The key here is multiple perspectives, right? Which helps an organization better align their strategies, with their objectives and measure progress effectively. Next slide. This balance ensures that the organization does not focus solely on financial metrics, but also considers factors like customer satisfaction, internal process efficiency, and employee development, leading to more, leading to more, leading to more, holistic and sustainable success. Next line. BSc also gives the option. BSc also gives the option to bring in, any other perspectives, which may be important, in achieving the overall objective. For example, if environmental performance are important to the organization, then an environmental perspective, would be included in BSc. Yeah. But the first part you should write down. Okay, now look at this. Second part. Advise the board of the practical steps to be taken in developing a balanced scorecard for Saffron from the strategy map. 9 marks. In part 2, there's no need to identify specific measures of performance. Because as a tendency for you guys too, when you say customer perspective, you want to say what are the measures are. No need to do that. Now let's go back to the paragraph. See, the board needs advice on the practical steps to take to develop BSc for Saffron from this strategy map. The board has asked for broad steps, but the impact on the information systems should also be considered. Now, this information system part, is it there in the requirement? Huh? Should you write it right under the answers? The impact of information system? Yes. Otherwise, you won't get the 9 marks. Understand? So this is why I'm telling you, always go back to the scenario. What do they want there? Board is your boss. Right? Board is your boss. You tell them, you do what they tell you to do. Right? So, board needs advice on practical step to take to develop the BSc. The board has asked for broad steps, but the impact on the information system of Saffron should also be what? Considered.
Map is what you just showed us.
Yes.
So that is the BSc.
That is the? Yeah. So you use balance scorecard as a tool to implement your strategy. So strategy mapping means that. You understand? You need map the direction. No? So that's the direction. Right? Now write the steps involved in implementing a balance scorecard. Convert, yeah. Requirement. Huh? Right now, is there anything like implementing balance scorecard in balance scorecard theory? Stages or steps involved? You know that. Did we learn anything like that? What are the steps? That's what they have asked, right? Here you. This is what they're asking. See, examiner will never go out of this. If you know this, you are up there. Hmm? The measures and
You take each one and for this step.
exactly. You have to apply it to saffron.
So this isn't an old paper they're telling us not to do. Now they don't say all of it.
Yeah, but the tendency is, see, examiner knows. The moment you start writing this, you will pick on that. So he specifically tells you don't need. And remember, in APM, if you do what the examiner does not want you to do, that's it. You will get 0 marks. What does 0 marks mean? You have wasted a lot of time in writing that which is not needed. So, gone.
So just in case that note part is not here, so it will be accepted. Yeah, now they don't say something.
No, because they are not asking for measures, no?
We don't need the mission.
No need. They are asking for the steps here. Practical steps to be taken in developing a balanced scorecard.
This question is like set up like the way the things will be. What it is.
That's why I am telling you, if you know your bloody theory, it's very easy. All the questions we are doing.
Yeah. Like
So just one subject.
Okay. Yeah, exactly. And there's so much other things in that smart.
So if you come and look at it, once a week, that's what will happen. You have to look at it every day.
I don't understand what you said. I don't
Same for the
Pyramid.
So what is
That you find out through the statements. Yeah, must be. Do next class, other one, third week. Yeah. Harga. Now, this I don't need to explain. I'll give you the answer for the information system part. You write your own way.
So you can send the mark answer. You want the answer?
I'll find it and give it to you. The board has asked for broad steps, but the impact on the information system of Saffron should also be considered. Can you just write 2 points? How balanced scorecard will impact the information system of an organization? Just think. Now, what is balanced scorecard? We need to capture data. Why do we need data? Because we have performance measures. For that, we need data. Without performance measures, there's no BSc. No. So to get that performance measures, we need data. So to get data, we need what? Information system. So how is it going to impact the BSc? Now everything depends on the information system. If you collect wrong data, gone. If you collect data late, gone.
They said the board has asked for the broad steps of implementing BSc. What's the impact on?
Information systems of Saffron should also be considered here. Take this part, balanced in the balance scorecard. See how much they are getting for 7 marks. Huh? See, this part you get 1 mark. I told you explaining what balance scorecard. It's more than 5. No? 5 or more, explaining the model, you get what? 1. Here considers both financial and non-financial. Another mark. 2. For example, innovating new product. Also, it looks at position of organization both internally and externally. Another mark. This allows the organization to look at both results and determinants. Causes, another mark. Results is financial, causes are other things. What helps you to achieve that result? Short and long-term view, another mark. And overall, it will help you to maximize long-term return of the shareholders, which is the objective. Be spot on.
The part 2 of it saying how being balanced will help everyone achieve its overall objectives. It's covered in that.
Come again?
It's covered in the last line. Yeah, there were 2 parts to the first question.
Yeah, second part, this one. Now read this part, information system for balance scorecard. Finally, systems will need to be put in place to improve performance from these new reports. This will require responsibility to be attributed to each new area on which it is reporting. Responsibility. If you are looking at customer satisfaction, who's supposed to capture that data? How is he going to record? He is capturing it properly, but he is recording it wrong. Then what will come to you is what? Wrong data. You can explain that, how important it is. It's like there are very knowledgeable people, but they can't teach. There are dumb nuts who are very good in presentation. You understand? Yeah. This may be complex as the new perspectives in the BSc may cut across existing departmental areas such as customer views, being driven by both product quality and sales and marketing efforts. That's where they're showing that, like I told you, a different way of looking at it. Sometimes your performance depends on multiple factors. Then you need to capture everything properly. Performance depends on multiple factors. Quality of the products and the way you serve. Quality is good, but the way you serve is bad. Customer is unhappy. You don't know where he is unhappy. You need to capture both. And you need to report it accordingly. So these are the challenges in what? Capturing data using a particular information system. Because that information system should capture what? Both. Like the Hawthorne studies. I think I've told you that, right? There was a study done in a factory, right? They wanted early days, industrial revolution, during that time. They wanted to know, the factory was full of people in those days. We did not have machines, very few machines. So they wanted to know whether illumination, like the brightness, had an impact on employee performance. So a team of people went. If the illumination was at 2, they increased it to 3. Performance went up. The output by the employees went up. So now they are writing illumination from 2 to 3, performance went up. Then they pushed it from 3 to 4. Again it went up. 4 to 5, again went up. Max. Conclusion. Illumination has an impact on output, right? Employee output. So brighter the better. Then they later found out it is not the illumination that increased their performance. What did it? Any idea? Like how you are behaving now. When I'm here, you are very focused. They were observing the people. They know a team of people are observing us. It is that factor that pushed their performance. Now, the point I'm trying to make is your information system should capture that. Then only you will know what the hell is going on. You understand? Problem is somewhere else. The information should be able to capture that. Right? So, see, ISIT is always a support to what you want to do. Right? ISIT is always a support to what you want to do. Right? Siri? She's sleeping. See, now she's not working. So that's an obstacle for me. If she's not working when I want her to work, then what's the point in this? Same way, whatever you want to do in terms of your organizational activities, the ISIT you select should support that. You understand the question, then it's very easy for you to write the answer. These models, guys, you need to have conceptual clarity. What exactly? So for that, you need to read a lot. Because in classes, we can't cover all these areas. We don't have time. So you need to do a bit of reading, because at your level, it's all strategy, implementation, influences, impacts. Right? At lower levels, what are the perspectives? Give us 2 measures and done. But here it's beyond that. Anyway.
So the reading comes from basically the
Textbooks, study hub, right? Any technical articles and any other notes, Then your mind opens up. Now you see, when you spend some time on a particular note, how you also start to think. You get it? Now, I'm just telling you, now I spoke to you about Hawthorne studies. Then you understood the subject a little bit better. Ekatama, when you do reading, so you understand more and more. Okay, you know, broad aspects. So nothing is as it is. When you talk to elders, they'll say that, right? Oh, God, why? Because they have seen a lot. Whereas we have only seen apples. They have seen all the fruits. Our perspective is based on apples. Their perspective is based on everything. So that's what reading does to you. Right, anyway, just go through this. Finally, systems will need to be put in place to improve performance from these new reports. It will require responsibility to be attributed for each new area on which it is reporting. This may be complex as the new perspectives in the BHC may cut across existing departmental areas such as customer views be driven by both product quality and sales and marketing efforts. Hospital is good, but the doctor is bad. Two things. KPIs will need to be linked to reward systems for those with associated management responsibilities. Then only they will do the work. And for you to give proper rewards, your system should capture that data. Sales is 10 million, more than the budget. You're giving commission. After 3 months, you don't have cash. Now you're wondering, come on, we made big sales. Why? Later you find out all on credit. So what's the point? So your reward should be for what? Cash collection also, not only for sales. And you won't believe, even the biggest organizations make this blunder. If I tell you a name, you will tell me, oh my God, is this company doing this blunder? A very famous international organization, right? So recently they come and say, you know, things like that. What exactly I explained to you.
There is knowledge.
Huh?
Nothing between us, right?
End of the day, it's people, right? People will, you know, make blunders. They'll take shortcuts. So things happen. Anyway, let's move forward.
That's bias.
Right. Third one. Evaluate. Now, see, 14 marks, 12 marks. Evaluate suggested performance measures in Appendix 1 within the constraint set by the board. Tell me what the constraint is. What is the constraint? I want you to read the paragraph related to the scenario and also the Appendix 1, and then tell me what the constraint is. Right, look at this now. The board needs an evaluation of this work as one director has expressed the worry that the auditor's suggestions were only done quickly and without detailed consideration. Board wants to limit the work on this and has given clear constraints on this evaluation in Appendix 1. And now you need to go to Appendix 1. Right? The auditor suggested performance measures for the new BSc. They have given 2 here, 3 here, and no measures were suggested as auditors felt that they lacked detailed technical knowledge to comment at present. They felt that this would require a separate exercise of examining the proposed process set from board instruction. The report should give an evaluation of the suitability of the set of arms. The report should give an evaluation of the suitability of this set of performance measures as a whole, and then detailed consideration of the individual ones of 14 marks. As this is an exercise from the board's viewpoint, as strategic decision makers, any new measures must be carefully justified in order to avoid overloading the BSc. And it is expected that there will be a maximum of 1. That's the constraint. So method you have to say first, financial, okay, we have 2. And then talk about how suitable they are. Then you say customer, okay, we have 2, how suitable are they? And now you say, okay, we have 3. This is against what? The board's direction. We need to cut down on 1. So you cut down on whatever that is not suitable. And then you go and say, innovation we need 2, but there's none. So I am suggesting these 2. Here you can suggest. Oh, sorry. Ignore the expression here. So there you don't need. Because it is considered separate. So remember, now see, if you look at only the requirement, can you answer the question? You need to go here, there, everywhere and see what exactly is the requirement. And then cater to that. One's like, right? How you will get marks? I'll tell you. So quickly tell me. Write few points to say evaluation, suggested performance measures. Are they suitable? Is the question. You can. You can say this is not suitable. You have to justify why it is not suitable. And you can give the suitable measure and say why it is suitable.
question.
Yeah.
So on the customer perspective, there's just a brand over this. But so like at the start, it says these guys have been open for last 10 years. So it's not like
These guys?
I mean, Saffron started 10 years ago. Not a new.
Yeah. They have been in the market for some time, right? So you need to argue.
Because they started off, I think, manufacturing, it's been a lot of change.
So you make a note on that. Right. So what will you say here? Certification. Net profit margin is okay because our objective is what? Maximization of shareholder wealth. So net profit margin is okay, but gearing not suitable. Gearing is what? Which tells you what percentage is your equity or debt. It does not tell you asset utilization.
Saffron updates stock market and the board wanted to keep borrowing for minimum. Have that.
No, that is not your objective. No, that is not your objective. No.
Yeah, we can
Honestly,
So already NP margin is there. No? So another one. So see, that's the thing. Suitability means whether it is suitable or not. They are not asking you for another measure. No? Unless of course it's really matching like EVA. So if you have to bring something totally out from outside, so that has to be really justified. Understand? But let me share the answer with you. Yeah, make a go through around.
it's on the exam, it's the answer of the exam, from the exam.
It's not there. Question is suitability. How suitable are they? If it is suitable, you say it's suitable. If it is not suitable, you say it's not suitable with justifications. Let's answer the question. Go through quickly. I want to do another one. Get the fourth one quickly.
Further questions?
This one.
Yes.
The innovation and learning perspective, evaluate both the performance of saffron and the choice of measures suggested in Appendix 2. For the innovation, that's why innovation and learning was not taken here. It was taken separately, right? Evaluate both the performance of saffron and the choice of measures suggested in Appendix 2. No?
There's a big link in the case study.
To read. Right. Innovation and learning is considered vital to the future of saffron. New technologies and new customer needs arise quickly in this sector. Board of Directors recognize that this work has been done hastily. And in order to get back to focusing on BSc introduction, they have asked you to evaluate both the current performance and the choice of measures in this area of scorecard. Specifically, they want comments on the difficulties of measurement within this perspective. Now, that is not in this part, no? Isn't it? Difficulties. So you have to tell that 4 is too much. Yeah, limit it to 2. Innovation and learning, number of product lines, revenue, cost of sales, the above figures, okay? The number of new product lines launched in the year. Then research and development cost. Staff education, R&D, consumers. So revenue from new products, total R&D, degree of innovation with new product line, advantage in time to market on the proposed new product versus the competition. Evaluate performance of saffron and the choice of measures. So you have 2 parts.
It says to evaluate the current performance.
It has to be written in the.
No, it says evaluate the current performance and the choice of measures.
Yeah. So you need to do both parts. See how detailed it is. Marks is a lot of marks, isn't it? 16 into 1.8 can be. Half an hour. For half an hour, you need to write, type. This is the comparison between 2016 to 2017. Percentage of revenue, not percentage age of revenue.
There's revenue from new products and the innovation.
Yeah, so
I thought it was like our finance. Finance is like R&D, coming up with.
No. So all this is for learning and growth. Yeah, I mean innovation, yeah, same thing, right?
Revenue from new products, that's like a.
Why? Revenue from new products is innovation, no? New products are result of what? Innovation. So that's one of the, I mean, normal measures, no?
Like we're supposed to at least cut down two of these measures, right?
Yeah, that you can talk later, but first you need to talk about the 4 measures. Correct. Yeah. Lots of measures. Yeah. Also, it must be noted that with 4 measures, the suggested is larger than the constraint which the board has given for the perspective. So there you get a mark for that comment. But here you need to speak about the individual measures separately. Right, so let's knock it off. I will share this with you. Take a break and come back and look at the other one. You get the idea right now? That's the most important thing. Give the other one to this one.
Yeah.
What's her name? Rajinikanth. Right. So a good question covering areas on EVA, right? Again, critical success factor KPI. Now, if you notice, guys, critical success factor KPI is a recurring thing, no? In every question, they are touching on this. That is because it's advanced performance management. For you to manage performance, you need to measure. Without measurement, there is no management. You can't manage without what? Measurement. You need to know what's happening. You need to know the indicators. Neither. So only when you measure, you can manage. Each of the three CSF briefly explain weakness of the current KPI with that and then provide a justification. It's a very easy question. All the students pretty much. Huh? Huh? Yeah, the first one I already read. Then explain what the three improvement projects are. That was a little tricky one, but a good one. And assess the impact of proposed new information system on the three improvement projects. So that again is another very good question. Now you see, they have given you EVA calculation. See the way they tested. Normally they tell you to do EVA. Here they gave you the EVA and asking for the problems, errors. For you to check on something and identify whether this has errors or not, you need to know it properly, no? Isn't it? Now, yesterday in a class, I showed them NPV calculation. So there was depreciation. So I told them there's one element which is not suitable for NPV calculation. Nobody picked it up. You can't put depreciation on non-cash flow item. And never again. So you should know the whole thing for you to what? Figure out where the problem is. Right? Here the question is, evaluate the accuracy of EVA and the assumptions in Appendix 1. Advise the CEO on your results, providing calculations as needed. We need to redo that. Yeah, can we quickly redo this now? Is there anything to take from here? You're a performance management expert. Here asked you with the aiding her in aspect of the improved program. First, she wants your views on the EVA. She wants your views on the EVA. Same thing. As a key performance metric. You have been supplied with the current EVA calculation, but there's some doubt about whether the junior management accountant who has done this work was sufficiently trained in the method. So the CEO needs to evaluate its accuracy and assumptions which form part of the calculation. So this entire paragraph is about that particular requirement. So here they go one by one. Second, I think that will relate to the second requirement. Third, that will relate to the third requirement. Finally, will relate to what? The fourth requirement.
Fourth question.
Yeah, fourth question. Right, now quickly go through this and redo this quickly. Only few adjustments you need to. I'll keep it like that. So go through the EVA and then quickly recalculate. Yes, we can. Fifty rupees if you take it from the total capital. No? This is divided by equity. That's okay. Ask you, taxi has deducted 134. Junior accountant must be you. Huh? But look at the tax note. Tax paid in the year was 130, while the tax charge per account was 134.8. Is it right or wrong? Wrong. He should put 130 here, cash flow. That is one. And you have to quickly find. Tell me that one.
It says cost of debt pre-tax. You said
Exactly.
that's one. The other method was adjust the capital they've taken the loan to the
Correct. That also should be correct. Yeah. So for each one of that, you have a mark.
tax rate in one minus.
Oh, no, no, no. If the amount is correct, then it is there. Right, so let's quickly do the EVA operating profit. 551.4. Add non-cash 15.1. Marketing capitalized 23.1. Please 40. Now the standard, yeah. Now there's no separation between operating and finance. It's all same, right? Please. R&D 10. Then less. depreciation on lease. Minus 115 divided by 4 years, no, they say. Tax 130. Oops. LTRI 24.5. So it's your no pack. $505.35. Capital at start beginning 2282. Marketing 23.1, which is capitalized from year ended 30th June 2014, right? And the lease 115. After capitalizing only, you need to amortize or depreciate the lease. Okay. Adjusted capital. Then WACC 0.5 into 50%, 0.16, 16% plus 0.5 into 0.068, 6.8% into 1 minus 0.3.
One minus 0 will be a bracket.
Yes. That will work. No, only that.
Will be the bracket.
Point 3. Therefore, EVA no PAT minus adjusted capital into WACC. Okay. 254.14. No PAT wrong. No. This one. No. Oh, okay. Huh? No.
Because it's how much meticulous? It's not a technical concept.
Which one? EVA, positive. 456 minus 2420 into 10.38%. I take down assumptions. Normally, guys, when we do EVA calculation, unless otherwise stated, we assume accounting depreciation is equal to economic depreciation. So you can say. it is assumed that the accounting depreciation is equal to, it is assumed that the accounting depreciation is equal to the economic depreciation. In EVA, R&D, when do you amortize? When the product is launched. So here we still haven't launched the product, so that's why we did not amortize. So the next point, it is assumed that no amortization needs to be charged. No amortization needs to be charged on the research and development costs. Since the product has not yet launched. And guys, whatever the errors that were there in the EVA, you explain about them, the right treatment. For that also you have marks along with the calculation. So you will talk about the tax part. You will talk about the cost of debt. It should be after tax, isn't it? Then you'll talk about the amortization, please. Right? So mention all that, you get marks for that also. That's why we are taking that particular figure. Also the opening balance of capital employed. Right? Hello. Now we move to the next one. Each of the three critical success factors that I see, briefly explain a weakness of the current KPI associated with that CSF and then provide a justified alternative. 6 marks, very simple. Second, CEO believes the poor performance of the company can be addressed by ensuring that the mission statement flows down into performance management of the business. To that end, the following CSF have been identified and the CEO wants you to suggest additional key performance indicators. Very simple. Greater staff productivity. They are using units produced per labor hour. What is the problem with this KPI? You have to say, what is the problem with this KPI? You need to show that you get 1 mark. And you also need to suggest a what? Suitable KPI, you get another mark. 6 marks, 3 into 2. Quickly do. Just make a note on each of this, what the problem with this KPI for this CSF. Huh?
Idle time.
What type?
No, we have to suggest another KPI, right? So for greater staff productivity.
Idle time is what? Industry or
So when will like
greater staff productivity කියන්නේ මොකක්ද?
make use of the time? Make the use of the time. How good the staff is.
Exactly. How good the staff is. Revenue. So number one, units produced per labor hour. The issue is there are different types of labor, skilled, unskilled, semi-skilled. So we won't know, right? Whose output is better. So that's the problem. So take down units produced per labor hour does not reflect the skill and effort that goes into producing different units. Because they have different range of product, isn't it? Right? Especially with IC having a range of product. HRI, you get 1 mark there. That's all you need to write. Suggest a good measure. Revenue per employee. Higher the better, isn't it?
So even the quality they produce, quality of the product is not measured.
Ah, good. Very good. Yes, correct. That also you can write. Either this or that. Quality of the product is also what? Not captured. Revenue per employee. Would better reflect different skill levels in production.
Talk about quality, what would be the KPI?
That doesn't matter. Problem is quality. KPI anything can be new. Number 2, reduction of wastage in production. Power consumed per unit produced. Malle pol. It's not related, right? Power consumed per unit will not tell us the wastage. So how do you measure wastage? Input output is productivity. Reduction of wastage in production. What will measure? Huh?
Defective product.
Obsolescence.
This question is actually not. Incomplete.
Pretty much, I think everyone answered 6 words.
So let's say this is like the demand producers, then
Okay, right. So you say obsolescence? right? Obsolescence will measure the wastage. Number 3, greater innovation of products. Number of new products launched does not tell you whether your products launched are successful or what, not. Isn't it? So what's a better measure? Revenue generated for new products launched.
APM.
Hmm.
Returning customers?
No. New products. Also, you can look at the number of patents registered. Innovation. You know what patents are, right? No, greater innovation of products. They are not talking about successful innovations. Yeah, you can argue this. So there is multiple answers here. No, here what we are saying is number of new products launched does not talk about innovation. Yeah. Huh? Yeah, that's the thing now. Innovation in what sense?
Creativity. This is the greater good.
Then you can also talk about innovation awards. Isn't it? Yeah. Provided it's industry-wide accepted, some high-level awards, then okay. Right, let's move to the third one. Explain, this is good, what the 3 improvement projects are, how they will help to meet the CSF and at IC, and comment on the impact of each project on the existing 3 KPIs. Third, in order to improve performance, the CEO plans to implement initiatives associated with lean manufacturing. What is lean? Elimination of waste. Specifically, there are 3 projects which have been suggested, and the CEO needs to advise on these. JIT, Kaizen, examine the cost of quality in achieving 0 defect. So the first part, explain the 3 improvement projects. You need to have 3 paragraphs. What is JIT, what is Kaizen, and what is quality cost? Understand?
That's that conformance.
Yeah. Conformance, non-conformance, internal, external, prevention, and appraisal. Briefly explain how they will help to meet the CSF at IC and comment on the impact of each project on the 3 KPIs, existing KPIs. Now, these. So you have to say, this is a nice question now. How this will help you to achieve your critical success factors? And what kind of an impact this will have on the KPIs? Right? Explaining the 3, okay, we can do that. But can you first, try to do this part, makeup. What kind of impact will the 3 projects have on critical success factors?
No, that's the time of effect of innovation.
Just make some note. Exactly. Now, just in time does not have any impact on rate of innovation of products, unless, of course, that order is something related to innovation. But normally it's not. And for JIT, greater staff productivity is what? Very important. That's how you write. Yes. If there's wastage, then your margins will drop because you have already agreed the price with the customer. That's how you write. Quickly make some notes. Art is coming. Art is coming. See you soon. Yeah, sure. This one.
No, I mean.
Questions
yes.
are.
You guys. Very good. So, for example, JIT will have an impact on greater staff productivity. Reduction of wastage in production. Yeah, I mean, you will want your staff who are in JIT setup to not waste anything, isn't it? because any wastage will impact your profit. Great innovation, no. Right? Kaizen is what? Continuous improvement. But here they are talking about Kaizen costing, continuous reduction in cost. Continuous reduction in cost. Greater staff productivity. Yes. More output means per unit cost will come down. Wastage. Innovation. No. Right? Then quality cost. Greater staff productivity. Yeah, more spending on prevention will avoid. Conformance will avoid non-conformance. Reduction of wastage. Yes. Again, no innovation, right? Examining the, yeah. Now, in terms of KPI, JIT will have an impact. Units produced per labor. You will want to produce more units, right? Because you want to meet deadline. Power consumed per unit produced. Huh? Power consumed per unit produced.
Power we consume only the demand.
Production. Yeah. Number of new products launched? No. Kaizen costing, units produced per labor hour relating to cost per unit. So then you can relate it to Kaizen, isn't it? Because then cost of production should come down per unit. Number of new products launched? No. Kaizen costing. Power consumed per unit can relate. No new products there also. Quality.
Slightly more on mention the 60 part. If you put the red line also.
No. But here you need to stick to cost of quality. Conformance, non-conformance. I think cost of quality nothing relates, right? KPIs. I mean, you can always argue indirectly, but no direct impact. No? Yeah. Let's move to the next one.
Like not writing. Like
So I say that there's no link. Hmm. This is another good question. Now look at this. Assess the impact of the proposed new information system on the three improvement projects. Now, what are the three improvement projects? These three. Look at this. Huh? Finally, the CEO requested, you must tell the implications of the improved projects for our information system, as I feel that they are not currently suitable for the plan that I have. The current IS of the company are based around the functional departments in the business, such as manufacturing, marketing, finance, and logistics. Each department has developed its own system, although all feed into the finance system, which is the main one used for strategic decision making. So they have individual systems which is feeding into finance system. In order the department system can all feed through to the current finance system, these current systems only handle quantitative data. Companies considering the implementation of new information system, this new system will introduce networking technology in order to bring together all of the departmental system into a new single corporate database. What is that called? Huh? Enterprise Resource Planning System, ERP. Now, if you mention that, you will get 1 mark. New system, no. We have to say the new system that the CEO is talking about is an ERP. Write down first that. Take down. The new system that the CEO is talking about is an ERP system. Yeah. Look at the structuring of this answer. Huh? Yeah, read this paragraph first. So JIT is all about customer, supply, manufacturer being connected, isn't it? That is what is explained here, right? Okay, internally you need to be connected, links, plus suppliers, customers, and the manufacturing company also need to be connected. So your ERP alone is not going to solve the problem. So you also suggesting EDI, electronic data interchange, between the supplier and the customer. So then your whole system is in place and the production, there will be smooth functioning. Now go to Kaizen. Kaizen is about continuous reduction in cost. For that, you need to know where and where we are incurring cost. That information need to be what? Captured. Right? So cross-functional communication. For that, system is what? Very useful. So this will really help for our Kaizen costing initiative. And also Kaizen costing targets which need to be continually monitored and new targets set regularly. For that, you need to know what is happening now. Then you can constantly improve. Third one, TQM, total quality management, will require clear reporting of quality cost to assist in the ongoing motivation of staff, which is often a problem in TQM. Informing the quality teams of the impact that increased prevention costs are having on lowering failure cost will be important in maintaining the push to zero defects. So for communication, your ERP will help. The quality improvements and changes to production process will need to be communicated across sites in different sites, which your database can facilitate. Now they are saying that capturing a lot of quantitative data. So with the new system, you should also be able to capture qualitative information. Quantitative information alone is not enough. You won't have all the exam. Yeah, examiners also. But before you doing that, first you try to come up with the answers. Yeah, exactly. Otherwise, you will not get it.
So ChatGPT will get the same answer. That will be easy to do.
But you have to give a scenario also. But can you give the scenario to ChatGPT?
But we have